Hello everyone and welcome to Chessorials. In this video, I will be showing you the game between Friedrich Sämisch and Franz Herzog. This game was played in 1924 at Gablons, and it is also known as the Immortal game of Sämisch. So let's get started. Sämisch is playing with the white pieces and Herzog is black. The game started with e4, e6, the French defense, d4, d5, knight c3, c6. This line is not that much popular, although we are talking about 1924, so this is all old stuff. Knight f3, knight d7, bishop d3, bishop e7, castling, and d takes e4, knight takes e4, knight g to f6, all natural moves. Queen e2, knight takes e4, queen takes e4, knight f6, attacking the queen and gaining the tempo, queen e2, castling, and here white played c4. Actually, white could have played the move c3, which is also good and makes white structure solid, but he wants to defend the d5 square, which can be taken up by the knight. So white played c4, h6, defending the g5 square, bishop d2, rook e8, bishop c3, b6, knight e5, attacking the c6 pawn, bishop b7, and rook ae1. All these are natural moves and developing towards the center to control the structure. Bishop f8, and now white played queen f3, attacking the c6 pawn. Black defended with queen c7, connecting the rooks and also developing the queen at c7. And now white played an interesting move, queen h3. He thought that he should have played, he's trying to play the move f4 that could make his center strong, and then trying to play further f5 move which could open both the files of the rook. So now black played rook a d8, and this prevents f4. White actually played rook e3. Let's see why f4 cannot be played here. If white will play the move f4, then black has this counter attack by the move c5, and you will notice then the rook on d8 will have this open file when this d pawn will exchange with the c pawn. Of course, white cannot push the pawn as he will lose the pawn on d5 after take and bishop takes d5. So white could have taken the pawn on c5, that's the only move. And after bishop c5 check, king h1, and now bishop d4, black is just better. So white played rook e3, having some ideas of including this one more piece, that is rook, towards the black king side, with some ideas of rook g3 and attacking on g7 pawn and so on. So now black played rook e7. He wants to defend this f7 pawn with his rook so that he could have played knight d7 to exchange this center knight, which is having the most precious square in this board. So now white played rook g3 and now threatening to play queen takes h6. Black played king h8, and now white have a very interesting idea He played the move d5, breaking the center and also opening this diagonal for this bishop. And here black should have played the move c takes d5, so that after the move, like let's say knight to g4 or maybe rook e1, black is just okay. Or even if let's say white would have taken the pawn on d5, then the move rook takes d5 and black is fine. But black had made a mistake here. He took with the pawn on e. And now you can pause the video to find a very interesting idea that have gone in the game. Okay, I'm sure you have find the idea that have played by the Friedrich Sämisch. A natural player will see the move like knight g4 to exchange this knight who is guarding his king. But this move is actually not that much best as after knight takes g4 and let's say queen takes g4. Black can manage this position after playing the moves like rook e5 and maybe king g8 and so on. So now white have a very interesting idea and he played the strongest move here. He played knight d7, sacrificing his knight. And this has a very deep idea. You will see what's the idea behind this move. Black actually replied with rook d2 takes d7. Let's say what was happening after knight takes and queen takes and rook e takes. If knight takes d7, then white is just winning in two moves. Queen takes h6 is check and queen cannot be taken as this has pin. So king g8 and queen h7 is checkmate. So if black would have played the move queen takes d7, then white has a spectacular move. Queen takes h6 check, sacrificing his queen. And now, after g takes h6, bishop takes f6 check, bishop g7 the only move. And now this has a very great sequence. Bishop takes g7 check, king to g8, bishop takes h6 check, king to h8 only move, bishop to g7 check, king to g8, bishop to f6 check, king to f8, and now bishop h7, and you have to sacrifice your queen on g4 in order to prevent the mate on rook to g8 checkmate. So what was happening if rook e takes d7? Well, if rook e takes d7, then now white is having this move force. Queen takes h6 check, and now king to g8, or let's say g takes h6 leads to checkmate after bishop takes f6 check, bishop to g7, and now the move rook takes g7, and now threatening to play rook h7 or rook g6, rook g5 checkmate. Black has no options. So what was happening if king to g8? Well, in king to g8, white has this move, bishop takes f6, now threatening to play the move queen h7 checkmate or rook g7 and queen g7 checkmate. So black took with this rook d takes d7, and now white has this move, queen h6 check. Anyways, black has the only option to take this queen, g takes h6. But now this leads to very bad position after bishop takes f6 check, bishop g7, and now if bishop takes, and now after the move bishop g7, this position will not be that much easy for white to convert for winning. Let's say after bishop g7 check, king to g8, bishop e5 check, king f8, bishop takes c7, rook takes c7, c takes d5, c takes d5. Although black has these weak pawns, but this position is not that much easy as what happened in the game. So after bishop g7, white replied with rook takes g7, and now threatening rook to g5 checkmate. Black replied with rook e4, closing this diagonal so that after the rook moves, the king will have this h7 square. But white has a great sequence. Rook g4 check and king h7, and now white played f3, winning this rook. Black replied with h5, attacking the rook, but now rook g7 check, king h6, f takes e4. Black took the pawn on c4, attacking the bishop, bishop to b1, having control over this diagonal, b5, threatening to play something like queen b6 check, e5, making strong this bishop and also opening the diagonal for this light square bishop, threatening to play this mate. So now black replied with rook d3, blocking this diagonal again, and now white played e6, making use of this pin towards the queen. Black played queen b6 check, king to h1, and now black took the pawn on e6. White replied with bishop d3, c takes d3, and now white has a very great sequence. Rook d7 attacking the d3 pawn, and after c5, white played bishop to d8, winning the game. Let's see what will happen. Black replied with bishop g2, check, and this bishop cannot be taken, as if you take this bishop, then queen c6 is just winning for black after he will pick up this rook on d7. So white played king g1 and black resigned here. Let's see what was happening. If black would have played this move, queen to c6, then the move rook to f6 check, only square for the king is g5. Now rook takes e6 check, or even rook g7 check, king h4 the only move, and now rook f3 is checkmate. So this game was known for the Immortal game that was played by Friedrich Sämisch. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe my channel for more videos. Thank you.